Now that we have set up the event, registration, add-ons, custom questions, accommodation, now we'll go and start registering as a delegate. And initially, let's start registering as a member registration. So let's open up this link. I've already opened it up in a separate tab in an incognito one, and I'll open up that tab. This is what it looks like for someone who uses the link, and our credentials. This is one of the credentials I used for the organization and became a member of it. So I'm using the same credentials to be able to register as a member and have the membership. And you can see this is the dashboard, what it looks like to someone who is logged in. This is the event dashboard for the delegate who is going to register or wants to check social event links. I'll click on social event links to show you what it looks like. You can see the posts or pages are loaded. And now while these are loading, let's not wait for this. We'll go back. And you can see this is the same poster that we presented. And this is the event name. And now these are the host organizations, and we checked them so that we can show, we checked the checkbox there so that we can show their names here, that this is presented by these two organizations, which is Currinda and Sample Unmanaged Host Organizations, SUHO. So now we also have a few more things on the sidebar, which is profile. If we can click on profile, you can see I see the profile details of mine, and I can also edit them, or I can change my password, and I don't need to do that. Let's see this. And we have submissions, which we'll cover at a later stage, and then we have group registrations also, which we'll also see at a later stage. So let's click on registration for now and start registering as a member. So let's click on register now. You can see the profile is the first page that pops up here. You can see there are few fields that have been made mandatory. If you can remember that I changed some things in customization, let me just show you briefly. If I can go back to event setup and I can click on customization, you can see I have three fields: gender, mobile number, and address. And these are the fields that have been made mandatory, and I can change that. Suppose I don't want to take the phone number as a mandatory field, so I'll just remove this from here and save it. Now I can go back and reload this page, and mobile phone number would no longer be mandatory. So you can see this is all dynamic, and we can go ahead now. So let's fill in the gender. Let's say it's male, and leave the phone number out. Let's say the address is 13 Melbourne Street, which is obviously a sample address. And address can be long. Let's see, address has a lot of fields, and they are country, state, suburb, postcode. So it's up to the admin what details they want to capture. So for now, we are just capturing the main address of their home or their office, whatever they prefer. And now we can click on next and go further. You can see we have memberships listed here, and I'm already a part of Currinda organization. As Shubham Tripathi, I'm part of the Currinda organization, so this comes pre-validated. And since members get the same price regardless of whether they are a member of the organization or they choose to take this unmanaged membership, it's like uh, if I click on this, I'll still get the member prices, and if I don't click on this, I'll still get the member prices because I have this validated. I have this membership already validated right now. So I'll not do this. I'll not check this one. I'll just click on next, and you can see I have two registrations, two registration types coming up, which is managed and unmanaged memberships. Because on the unmanaged membership, we did not set up a particular organization, and I have a membership, so I can choose any of them. Now I have the early bird timeline on, and my full and day registrations are on, which I did behind the scenes. I can show you, which is like this. I can go to setup, and you can see the time frame active is 4th to 7th December of 2025, and it's 5th December right now. So this time frame is active, and the registration costs are set up for the managed membership as $1, for full day registrations again $1, and for unmanaged this is $2, and day registration is again $2, and this is for the early bird. I haven't done anything for the regular on the unmanaged day registration or managed day registration. So I'll just go back, and now I'll just choose this managed early bird membership because it has a lower price obviously, and I'll agree to the terms and conditions. At this point, when I click next, my registration is entered into the system. Up till this point, it's all something which is not yet kind of in the system, not stored in the system. But when you click on next, this is stored in the system. And now I click on next, it goes to the name tag field. It shows me a preview of my name tag, and these are static for now because I haven't picked my add-ons yet. My add-ons will be here, and this is the QR code I can use, and this is the banner of the event setup. Now, if I want my name to be displayed a little differently, let's say I just want to write Shubham and wait for a second. This is Shubham Tripathi. So yeah, this is actually, we have a separate merge field for this that is customizable, and when we add that here, the name gets customized. So we have hard coded it from the admin side to be first name and last name of the user, as we can check if we go to event setup, customization, and you can see it's event.user.first name and user.last name. We haven't allowed the customization. We can say name tag user.name tag, and if I press enter and save this, go back, and we can click reload here, and now you can see Shubham appears here. Shubham, let's say I say my nickname is Rocky, so now this will reload to be Rocky. So let's continue now. And now we have extra information, which is some of the questions that have been asked or the default questions that have been added for which there were switches. Now they're appearing here. So we have some standard inbuilt questions, which is, I wish to have my delegate details published in the delegate handbook and the smartphone app, which comes from here, which is this part. And now if I go back, this is the question that appears in the custom questions. Please list any dietary requirements. Please list any special requirements regarding to, for example, accessibility. So these questions are available in the registration setup and custom questions. You can see these two questions here. So these are standard inbuilt questions. And then we have two more questions. Would you like to be a volunteer in one of the sessions? And would you be interested in Internet of Things workshop post the event? We can go back, and you can see we have we have one of these questions here because the other one was linked to something. So the workshop will be held at different location than the event venue. This will be separate thing from the event itself. So as you remember, this was my default selection, and this is by default enabled. However, let's say I am interested. I'll say yes, I'm interested, and I do not want my delegate details published here, so I'll leave it. Let's say in the dietary requirements, I'll say I have peanut allergies. Let's say not applicable for the other question. And now whatever the preferences I save here, they get saved onto my profile. So the next time I come and register for any event, if these are the questions that are popping up, this will be pre-filled with these details. So I do not fill this all the time. So let's click on next and move forward. Now I have an add-on page which had a welcome reception. So it's for $0. So I'll just check this and continue. And now I have the accommodation page coming up. So accommodation, I have uh, these two rooms available, and I have a direct booking link here. Now, if I click on this, it will lead me to a particular website. Now, in my case, this is a sample website, so I would not open this link up. So I'll just select one of these rooms. Let's say I'm picking up a luxury room, and it will print me the room name, room type, distance to venue, address, and if I filled in any description, it will appear here. So the arrival date is going to be, let's say I want the event is starting from the 1st. I want to arrive on the venue or near the venue on 31st of December. On the departure, let's say on 3rd the event finishes and I get to go back home on the Sunday, 4th of January. I want to prepay all nights, and if I am sharing an accommodation with anyone else, I can say yes, and I can search for this user. Um, let's say Robin, and Robin Esther pops up. So then I have add-ons which are available with this room. So I'll say breakfast. If I'm sharing my room, I will obviously take two quantity. I want a sofa bed. Let's say I want one. Early check-in. No, I do not want early check-in. Maybe yes, I want late checkout. So I'll just take one or two. Maybe Robin is my friend, so I'll take two. If I want to add any notes, I can add them here. Let's say, please make sure the place is accessible for specially abled. Sorry for the typo. And then let's click on book. Now we can click on next. My accommodation details get saved. Now I'm on the payment page. So if I have any discount codes that I can apply, I'll put that here, as I've already demoed previously on the organization. This works in the same way. I open up the financial details. I have the discount code here. I'll copy this and paste it here, which is basically we're giving it to the delegate wherever applicable. We'll just check what the cost of this discount code is. It's $100, and our registration is total $81. So let's just do one thing. We'll just reduce the cost of the discount to $20 and save it. Let's go back and apply this discount now. Clicking on apply, and you can see the $20 discount has been applied, and it gets registered as a payment. And then we have outstanding invoice items. So as you can see, there's a membership, full registration, early bird, then I have a welcome reception, then I have accommodation add-ons, three of them. Some of them may not have costs, but they are still line items that would appear here. If I want to split my payment, I can also do that. So suppose I want to pay by credit card with half of the details, and want to pay by direct deposit with the rest of the details. Suppose I want to pay accommodation by direct deposit and some of them by credit card, I can do that. So for now, I'll not do the credit card. I'll do a direct deposit for all of this, but it's just a way of doing things in Currinda. We can do that. So let's say pay by direct deposit. I'll confirm the payment. And now this is my confirmation message. Your registration for this event has been successfully saved and will be complete on receipt of payment if applicable. An email with your details has been sent to your all email addresses attached to your Currinda profile. So that's it about the registration process. Uh, After this, we'll cover multiple scenarios of how we can pay and multiple types of membership. Suppose someone is sponsored or invited, or someone is a non-member and they get non-member prices. We'll see all of that in the next videos. Thank you. Let's go back to dashboard.